Hello, everyone. If you guys could kind of make your way in, I'd appreciate it. And anybody sitting on the end, if you can maybe move a little bit towards the middle. I've been told every year people stand there because they can't get through and they don't want to interrupt you. So if you're sitting right on the end and there's lots of space in the middle, maybe slide down, be nice, be friendly, be neighborly, or just say, no, I'm not going to move, tough luck. Any way you do it, that's okay. We'll start real soon. Hello, hello. I'm Mike McMullen, president of the Chamber, and welcome to the 14th annual Carroll Biz Challenge. You guys are kind of stoked out there. I love it. I'm extremely proud that as a chamber, we developed this 14 years ago. But we couldn't have done it. I was going to do this a little bit later, but it just seems like now's the time. We have a lot of special folks in the audience today, but we have one very special one. The father of the Carroll Biz Challenge, Mr. Jason Stambaugh. Jason, stand up. You're out there somewhere. There he is. The deal was Jason took me out. Jason, how old were you then? You weren't 10. You were older than that. You were old enough to drink. He took me out to a Lorden's. We had a few beers, and he convinced me this would be a good idea. So we did it, and it's an amazing idea. This is something great that I'm extremely proud of, that we have a great thing going in this town. We have a lot of entrepreneurs, and we're going to keep doing this thing, and it keeps getting better and better. You're going to hear from a lot of folks about the different people who sponsor this, and without them, this event wouldn't happen. One thing I did want to mention, a lot of people don't really know who we are as a chamber. This is maybe the only introduction that you get. A couple things that we're not. We're not the government. We're not part of the government, and we're not part of the actual larger U.S. chamber down to us. We're a standalone entity, 100 years old last year. We've got about 700 members. So how about a round of applause for the chamber? They do a great job. One more shout out I have to give to somebody very special who's listening at home. And I'm talking about somebody who couldn't be here because she's kind of injured. And she was the winner of the first Biz Challenge People's Choice Award. And she's watching now. Hello, Ellen from the French Twist, downtown Sykesville. We love you. Get better, quick. All right, I'm trying to check out my notes now. I've got a couple things I've got to do, and that's introduce the people that are going to be your MCs today. The first MC is the grand prize winner of the Biz Challenge in 2022. Hannah, why don't you come out now? You can stand here while I introduce you. Hannah Brookfield from the Botanical. The thing about Hannah that's really impressive is she tried out for the Biz Challenge in 2021, and she didn't make it. And she was a little discouraged.
I cried.
She did cry. It's very cute when she cries, though. I tell you, it was good. She did cry, and I encouraged her, try out again. You got to do it again. She did, and she won. So she showed perseverance. You were amazing. And your business is in downtown Sykesville, and you are, I had to write this down, a certified professional horticulturalist and a certified horticulture therapist.
I am.
That's a lot of words involved there.
It is a lot of words.
For
But you did great.
Thank you very much. So another round of applause for this lady. And she's also a member of the board at the chamber. And your partner in crime, we'll bring him out here while I talk about him. We got Mr. John Wheatman. John, get out here.
What's going on up there?
Good. I have a little PTAD.
I was a little worried, too.
Yeah.
Of course, people are going to have to go watch the show last year to know
That's
what we're talking
post-traumatic anvil
It's good.
disorder.
That's good.
But we're good, though. We're good.
John
Thank
is
you.
a lot of things. He's funny. He's a lawyer. His business, he's the entrepreneurial lawyer. He's on the chamber board, and he's on the foundation board. This guy plays hockey. He's a goalie, and he's just an all-around great guy, and he loves the Biz Challenge. You've been involved in this for years and years and years, and I want to thank you both for being here. How about a big round of applause for them again, and then I'm going to turn things over to you guys. Knock them dead, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Hannah, here we are again.
Here we are.
This is Carroll Biz Challenge XIV. That's what we're
I
gonna
wouldn't have
call
known
this.
the Roman numerals
No.
if there was a gun pointed to my head. So, all right, I'll take your word for it.
There's no quiz later. So, well, thanks for everyone for coming. It's flattering, and both that the chamber, Carroll County Chamber of Commerce, invites us to do this. I have a lot of fun doing it. I know that you do as well. And thank you to everybody for coming. And we've got 5 excellent presenters tonight. I can't wait to see them myself. Should we get started?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, let's do it. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact that we start this thing with, there were 40 applicants this year. And that application is not necessarily a piece of cake. It's pretty rigorous.
It sucks.
Yeah, she did it. I didn't do it. She's done it. She's done it.
A lot of questions, a lot of time, a lot of maybe I shouldn't say this, or maybe I should say this, and I did it twice. So it's nice to be on the other side of things. I know how each and every one of you feel sitting in the audience right now waiting to present. I feel for you. It's going to be great. You can't see anybody, so that's great.
It is. It could be great. All depends who we're talking about, doesn't it? It's awful. So from those 40 applicants, obviously tonight we're down to 5 live pitch finalists. Not an easy task. We'll talk more a little bit about that later. And by the time we're done tonight, we're going to have 1 grand prize winner.
Yeah.
Okay. And naturally, this can't be done without sponsors. So should we get to our first sponsor video?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you to all the sponsors of the 2025 Carroll Biz Challenge. Our founding sponsors: 127 Creative, Business Solutions from Carroll Community College, Carroll County Economic Development, Light Fiber by Antietam Broadband, Hey Westminster, Magic, Atlantic Blue Water Services, and Young Septic Services. Our platinum sponsors: ACNB Insurance Services, Advantage Internet Marketing, Beer Bath, Botana Gal, Carroll County Arts Council, CJ Miller, M&T Bank, McDaniel College, Mudgett's Auto Body, Revolution Motor Works, Town Mall of Westminster, United Way of Central Maryland, the Hagu Team. Our gold sponsors: Carroll County Public Library, The French Twist, Girlkin Lashes, Goose Ridge Soaps, Jonathan C. Wheatman Attorney at Law, KG Strategic Consultants, Penguin Random House, Runmore, Tawnytown Economic Development, the City of Westminster, WTTR Radio, and Startup Portal. Our refreshment sponsors: The Chick, Butterworks Bakery, Covalent Spirits, Old Westminster, Buds at Silver Run. Thanks again for supporting local entrepreneurship and innovation right here in Carroll County, Maryland.
Yeah, thank you, sponsors. You are what makes this happen. So I mentioned earlier about that getting from 40 to 5. And tell me about your end of the process. You once upon a time were one of the many, and then you were one of the few, and then you were the one.
Yeah, so I think the year I applied, there was 39 applicants, all fantastic. We did the meet and greet at the mall, where you get up and you have 60 seconds to pitch your business. And the running joke is that I always cry. The first year, I immediately burst into tears. I didn't even get my pitch out. And you guys are laughing, it's fine. The second year, I got my pitch out and I made a joke that I'm famous for crying, and then immediately started to cry, and then yelled a cuss word at the end of my pitch. I guess it made it memorable. And then I pitched my business. It was the most incredible 13 minutes of my life. That's 7 plus 5, right? Is that 13? No, 12?
You're close, though. You're close.
I don't know.
You could round it up.
I'm a plant chick. I don't know math. I love it. I love being a part of it every year. But now I'm on the advisory board, so I get to help pick the finalists. This year, it was incredibly difficult. We battle it out. Sometimes it gets a little ruthless in there. We're all very opinionated. So yeah, and here are the 5 that we chose.
Yeah, that's it. I just, for the record right now, it's important for me to say that out of the many years I've been up here doing this, now the night's still young, it could change tonight, but I haven't cried once, not one time, not even once.
Not even when the anvil dropped on your head?
No, I was close. That's the closest I ever got. Although if the teleprompter doesn't get reset, I'm going to cry in a minute, because we're looking at the Roku TV logo, and that's all I see right now.
Yeah. So bear with us. Should we dance or something while we're waiting?
No, nobody wants that.
Cool.
What we can do is tell you. Oh no! Now it just said powering off.
Yeah, it's fine.
What we can tell you is this: is that the way that process works, as I said, it's a very lengty application, and they go through it. The advisory board gets together, and it really is laborious work. It's serious work in order to get down from the 40 to the 5. So if we're going to have house lights for a moment, if there are any members of the advisory board here besides Hannah that are here with us, would you please stand up? I'd like you to be recognized for doing this because,
Hey,
again,
Val, we see you.
Yeah, there you go.
It's quite the process, and we read every application, look at every video, and we really take the time because I mean, speaking for myself, owning a business, I pour my heart and soul into this business. It's hard to convey that through an application, so we really take the time to read them because it takes a long time to fill them out.
Sure. All right, let's talk about something more fun. Let's talk about the prizes at stake.
Yes,
the prizes
let's do
at
it.
stake. So we know there's a grand prize. Let's talk about that for a moment. So the grand prize, in fact, there's so many prizes and sponsors here this evening that we have a cheat sheet.
Oh yeah, mine fell out of my boot earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the wrong
to talk
sheet.
about where it comes from. There we go.
We're ready.
So it's pretty well known that there is a cash prize of $10,000 at stake for our grand prize winner tonight, and that's like real money.
Yeah.
Where I do want to go in a little more detail, or we want to go in a little more detail, is that there's a lot more than just that, a lot more. So there's so much that we have front and back that we're going to read through quickly to tell you what else is part of this grand prize. First, we have from the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce a one-year membership valued at $330.
And next year, the winner will have a platinum sponsorship of the Biz Challenge valued at $1,500. Also
And-
from the Chamber.
Also from the
You're
Chamber.
welcome, Mike.
Yes, yes. And from 127 Creative, the wonderful folks that bring the production of this event to you tonight, they're offering 3 hours of marketing and design services valued at $570.
John here has a business legal services package valued at $500, which I used when I won.
And then at Carroll Community College, Miller Center, and Business Solutions is offering 2 small business workshops at the value of $400.
Brown Plus is up to 5 hours of accounting and tax consulting valued at $2,400.
And our local WTTR radio is offering airtime at the value of $1,000.
The Town Mall has rental space and advertising space valued at $6,000.
And Magic, just a couple of blocks down the road here, is offering 4 tech incubation meetings with a value of $1,000.
And Botanigal, my business in downtown Sykesville, has a plant of choice or plants of choice up to $100.
Evan Davis Media, saw Evan earlier, is offering production and delivery of a promotional video valued at $2,000.
Clearly, I can't read. Answer Tax and Business has a business tax return preparation valued at $1,000.
That's a good one. Covalent Spirits, I should say, has a $50 gift card, oddly enough, valued at $50.
I don't know why this one gets me most excited, but Outback Steakhouse has a steak dinner for 4 valued at $200.
And next we have Beer Bath, who's offering a beer spa with friends, valued at $240.
Antietam has a $2,000 voucher towards a technology and fiber stack, also valued at $2,000.
And the Chick has 5 private yoga sessions for 3 at $500.
And Be Kind Signs has up to an 8-foot sign valued at $250.
And did we already mention $10,000 in cash on top of all of that? I know that we did. Okay. And I know what that adds up to because I got it wrong at rehearsals. So now I know exactly what it is. The grand prize total package is worth $30,040. Okay.
But wait, there's more.
There is more.
So there is the People's Choice Award, where the audience gets to vote. So when prompted, you guys will be prompted to vote on your favorite presenter tonight, and that is valued at $2,025. If you are Biz Challenge MVPs or people that have attended the Biz Challenge, you might notice that goes up every year depending on what year it is. So this year, it's 2025.
Right, that's right. And if we haven't mentioned it, we have. We're very thankful that the United Way of Central Maryland allows us to present, and they'll be presenting it themselves later, as a matter of fact, the Changemaker Award. And this award's a little different because this award, anybody who applied, all 40 applicants are eligible for this award. I'll let them tell you a little bit more about it later, but it goes to that person or persons who applied, who the United Way of Central Maryland has decided holds the most potential to make a change in people's lives in our community. And that is another $2,000 award that will also be given out tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money
let's
being
hear it.
tossed
Let's hear it
around.
for all the prizes and all the sponsors. Okay. All right. I believe it's time to present our judges.
I wouldn't know, the teleprompter's not
I know,
working.
I'm winging it too. So, again, we talk about sponsors, we talk about the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce. Another group that we could not do this without are our judges. So
Right.
let's get ready to do that.
All right, heck yeah.
And because our judges are so esteemed, and
Yeah.
assuming this is what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Oh yeah, look, the teleprompter's back.
All right, judges intro. We
All
nailed
right.
it. All right. High five on that. We did it. All right. Whew. All right. So, our first judge is Kim Fernandez. Kim is the powerhouse behind Carroll County Enterprise, a luxury beauty brand built to empower women through beauty, business, and bold ambition. Since launching her lash business in 2016, Kim has transformed Carroll County into a movement, creating training programs, workshops, and franchising opportunities that help beauty professionals build legacies. Known for her pink print, a bold, feminine twist on the blueprint for success, Kim is a visionary entrepreneur, mentor, and community leader. With over 20 years of management experience, she inspires women to be gainful, influential, and relentless. Please help me welcome Kim Fernandez.
All right, so next up is Steve Moore. Steve Moore is the owner of Run More, a specialty running shop right here in Westminster. Steve was the winner of the Carroll Biz Challenge in 2014, just after opening his store. Since opening, Run More has been named a top running store in America 3 times, moved to a larger location on Main Street. In addition to working and running, Steve can often be found running the trails with his friends or spending time with his wife and 2 kids. Please welcome Steve Moore.
Next up, we have Dr. Angelica Carter. Dr. Carter founded the Lit Company in 2017, a banking equipment rigging business serving major financial institutions like PNC, Bank of America, and Chase, as well as community banks across 7 states. Her husband is her business partner, and we're told her rock, and she loves to tease that she's the hustle, he's the talent, and hustle always wins when talent doesn't hustle. Angelica also serves as Director of Community Engagement and Employee Development at Carroll Community College, leading initiatives like the Justice System to Careers Initiative to support justice-involved individuals through the SBDC's Pathways to Entrepreneurship program. With a doctorate in business administration and certifications in marketing, HR, coaching, and change management, Angelica is dedicated to helping others succeed through mentorship and strategic support. Please help me welcome Dr. Angelica Carter.
All right, last but certainly not least is Graham Dodge. Graham Dodge is the Vice President of Venture Development at TEDCO, where he oversees investment readiness and entrepreneur support services for Maryland's most promising technology startups. He is an award-winning entrepreneur, author, patent inventor, and experience developing systems of intelligence, entrepreneurial ecosystems, and open source communities. Graham lives in Westminster with his wife and their 5 kids. He is also the author of The Entrepreneur's Dance. I don't think I've ever said entrepreneur more in my life than that introduction. But please welcome Graham Dodge.
All right, so needless to say, we have a competition here tonight, and I think it's going to be a little bit fierce. And whenever there's a competition, there needs to be rules.
Yeah.
Right? So let's talk about the rules for a minute. So each person is going to get a fixed amount of time to pitch, and you're going to see the timer. You, the audience, you play an important role in this. Not only is the presenter going to see the timer, you're going to see the timer. When that timer starts at 5, when it hits 0, we need everybody in here to applaud. Because loudly, thank you, for 2 reasons.
Well, 1, because they did an awesome pitch, but for 2, to shut them up.
Yeah, no go over on time. At that point, the judges will have their time, 7 minutes, to ask their questions so that they can more thoroughly evaluate the strength and the promise of the business idea to go along with their actual presentation.
Would
So
you
you play an
also clap
important
at
role
the end
there.
of that, the 7 minutes as well?
Yeah, because sometimes they'll keep going. We don't want
Yes.
that either. Okay. The only people you can't clap to shut up
It's us.
are us.
Obviously.
Right, okay, cool. No. We're just going to... Very good, but nice try. All right. So with that, we're going to jump right into our first pitcher presentation. So it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage pitch contestant number 1, Mr. Jake Fine of Fine Tune.
All right.
Holy cow. Steve.
Do you remember your first concert? Do you remember who you saw? Do you remember what the venue was? Do you remember the feeling when the house lights dimmed and the artist took the stage? Do you remember where you stayed, what you ate and drank, how much it cost? My first concert was Paul McCartney, but unfortunately, I don't have a picture of that. So here's a picture of me at my second concert, Coldplay. Now, as a kid, I struggled to fit in. I had a really hard time making friends, and moving around a lot didn't help. Live music gave me hope and a chance to connect. In high school and college, I took up every music opportunity I could, and I graduated with my master's in teaching in 2022. But outside of the bubble, I struggled. There was no consistent, accessible, high-quality live music option for me or my peers. The local musicians were all leaving for better opportunities elsewhere. And the concerts in Baltimore and DC were expensive and worlds away. I needed fine-tuned, but we were a couple years out. Touring around the country, I saw how music was bringing together communities. It was happening in small towns, in small venues, not for $200 a ticket, but for $20. But I returned home to struggling students. They were disengaged just like I was. I started to hear there's nothing to do in Carroll County more and more. But I knew we had the potential for a thriving music scene here. This is for Edie, the 9th grade bassist who's still learning the difference between original and cover bands. It's for Dante, building a scene at Carroll Community College. It's for everyone who misses coffee music. It's for the people who show up to Shakemore and Common Ground every year. Fine-Tuned is for everyone who needs real-life connection and is struggling to find it in Carroll County. But there's a problem. Artists, audiences, and organizers aren't talking to each other. Fine-Tuned is the solution to that problem. Artists want to play great gigs with a real chance to grow. Organizers are trying to reach people. And audiences have already shown that they're willing to spend money on live music. The average concert ticket costs $136, and the live music industry is projected to bring in $15.6 billion in revenue this year. Here's how it works. We organize events, and we help you organize yours. From our events, we make money from ticket sales, and when we help you with yours, We get paid fees for our services. There are a lot of people who do one or the other, but nobody's doing both. And there's a lot of opportunity in the middle. In 2023, we organized our first concert in the gallery here. We started with $1,500, left with $1,100, and got to work. Since then, we've brought in $90,000 in revenue. Through fine-tuned productions, we're providing services to organizers like booking, talent buying, consulting, and event production. We're working with people like the city, the library, both colleges, breweries, coffee shops, and plenty more. And we're already in front of people who are showing up to experience music here. Fine-Tuned Presents is the concerts that we do. We bring in musicians to local businesses that we turn into venues for the night. And we're developing a workforce. We're training and teaching people to run every aspect of these events. And we're paying them. People are coming to Carroll County to spend money here. They're buying our tickets, but they're also spending money in our businesses and shops. For every $1 spent on live music, there's 3 more spent in and around the experience. All right. Thank you. People have proven they're willing to come to Carroll County and want to spend money in and around live music. To become sustainable and scale, we need to build our business infrastructure, develop our revenue streams, and continue to grow our vision around the Mid-Atlantic. Everything you invest will help us do that. This is our team. Yeah. Oh, I'm not done yet. And I should get 10 extra seconds because the slides are messed up. Everything you invest will help us. We've done all this 60 times our initial investment of $1,500, so imagine what we're going to do with $10,000. I get to stay. I'll hold this just in case we need to go back to anything.
All right.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds good. I love the name. Your passion definitely is coming through, but you went through a lot in 5 minutes. So prioritize to me how you are going to scale this business. You mentioned a lot of different streams. What is most important to you, and how are you going to, use that to scale your business?
Sure. So we've left a lot of money on the table already just because our business infrastructure hasn't been up to where I want it to be.
Okay.
When people are organizing events, ticket sales only account for like 30% of the revenue, 31% of the revenue. We're making money on ticket sales and sponsorships, but we're missing the other half of the puzzle. We need to build that out. And we've grown organically really well. We're reaching 140,000 people a month on Instagram alone with $0 spent on social media marketing. When those 19,000 people are showing up to the events that we're organizing, we need to start converting them to our tickets. We need to start bringing them over because they're already showing up in person. They're coming to Carroll County already, but we need the infrastructure to let them know that we're also organizing concerts year-round.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I know it's always tough going first, so great job on that. So are you looking to maybe have like bigger bands come in here, or are you looking to scale by having more and more opportunities for different events?
Both. We have seen the effect of when a larger band plays in here. Like a sold-out show at Covalent Spirits was a great night for everybody, including the band. It brought a lot of people from as far as Pittsburgh to our community. But really what's helpful with our scaling is that our team is learning how to run every aspect of an event. So when we are organizing, we don't have to just be there in person. We can have a Fine-Tuned Presents concert, and we can be providing production services to 2 or 3 people, and we can provide passive income generating booking services to another 2 or 3. And because we understand how they all connect, we can make sure that they're not getting in each other's way.
I love the idea of having, well done, by the way,
Thank
I
you.
love the idea of what you said, the $1, every dollar invested in a ticket sale contributes back $3 in the community. So I'd like you to elaborate on that a little more, please.
Yeah. I'm going to go really big. I'm going to think about Taylor Swift. She played whatever. I'm not going to talk about Taylor Swift. It doesn't. She played 2 concerts in Denver, sold out, 150,000 people bought tickets. She generated $39 million from her concerts, but that weekend that she was in Denver, the entire city saw $140 million in spending. We're doing the same thing, but not at big Taylor Swift scale. We're doing it at small artist scale for now.
Thank you.
And how many jobs does this potentially create here in Carroll County at scale, at your sort of biggest, wildest dream at scale?
So right now, we're all working part-time, but if we're developing out to scale, we're doing 250 concerts a year in Carroll County, then we're hiring 5 to 10 full-time employees to run that. And then the production side elsewhere, the booking side elsewhere, people are running that too. So when we're doing an event, reaching someone at a coffee shop in Towson, and they're into what we're doing, the artists are developing there, but so is our footprint.
So I just want to make sure, so do you have your own lighting, your own boards? Like, are you able to come into an empty space and pretty much set up? And I guess my follow-up is, how are you working that to a place that already has all the infrastructure? And it's like, I mean, I hate to say cutting you out, but how are you sort of avoiding a situation where sort of they already have all of the pieces in place and you still were involved on the production side? Sure.
We can provide something of value to everyone. They may have one of the pieces, right? They have the production side together. We can even take an event like this. Now it's sold out and it's doing really well, but we can help the Biz Challenge reach more people. They don't need help with the production, or at least they haven't expressed that. We would be happy to if they want to, but there's other ways that we can support them.
And so how big does this get? Is it like Live Nation big? Is that sort of your dream here?
Live Nation is so large that, in my impression, they're not supporting the working artists and people at the smaller scale. They're kind of overshadowing communities. There's still spending that's going down into them, but we're really focused on people and community in what we do, in a way that Live Nation can't because they're so big. Like DOJ antitrust, big.
How are you sourcing your artists?
They come to us because there's demand for what we do, which also lowers our expenses for everything else we do. When artists want to play with us, we can provide them something of value, so that works really well when we're working with businesses. But I have good taste. I've been around. I love music. I've loved it for years, and I've met a lot of people through it and discovered a lot of people through it. What we're doing is curated, and we're providing that curated lens for our own concerts, or working with the organizers of different spaces to understand their vibe and help them reach an audience. And we usually know an artist or 800 that are gonna work.
One of your talking points was that you are able to scale your business and keep profits low. If that is the case, how are you going to scale up to 10 to 15 employees, and what's your breaking point when you do that? Do you have that plan?
I'm not sure about the breaking point right now. Right now, the model is really sustainable from event to event. We have really, really low overhead. Obviously, I'm gonna need to get paid. So I'm gonna make money from what we're doing as we invest in our business.
Hi, I'm Chris Shipman, President and General Manager of Flight Fiber by Antietam Broadband. Tonight's event is a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit of our community, and we are proud to be sponsors. To support local innovation, we're awarding tonight's winner a $2,000 voucher for a custom technology solution from Flight Fiber and our sister company, Otava, a trusted provider of secure, compliant hybrid cloud and IT services, including managed cloud, data protection, and co-location. While Flight Fiber may be new to you, our roots run deep as we've been proudly serving Washington County, Maryland since 1966. And now we've made a significant investment in Carroll County by building our 100% fiber optic network to homes and businesses, offering the next generation technology with the fastest, most reliable fiber internet available. Visit flightfiber.com to check the address of your home or your business, or find my team after the show. We'd love to help you get connected.
Hello, Carroll Biz Challenge. I'm Steve Lowe from 127 Creative, and we are once again so proud to promote and produce the 2025 Carroll Biz Challenge. But right now, I want to tell you about 3 new marketing services that we've designed to help your new or established business be seen, heard, loved, and chosen. The first one we're calling Brand Slam. This is a one-time consult to get your branding tight and effective. We believe so strongly in Brand Slam that we don't think you should spend another dollar in marketing, not even with us, until you nail your Brand Slam. Next is Brand Central. This is where we take all of the insights from Brand Slam and handle all of your marketing for you. It can include web, print, social, video, you name it, for one low monthly fee. And finally, Brand Blitz. This is our free, fun, weekly virtual conversation where you can bring any marketing collateral like your logo, website, video, or a promo piece, and we'll provide free, friendly feedback in hopes to make it even better. Brand Slam, Brand Central, and Brand Blitz, all coming this September from 127 Creative. Swing by 127creative.com to get started.
All right, so there is one in the books already. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Fine Tune. Hannah, who's next?
All right, so next up, we have Gwen DeGroff of Puzzle Lady.
Hi, I'm Gwen DeGroff, and this is Puzzle Lady. Every year, people from over 70 countries race to solve over 13,000 jigsaw puzzles and compete in the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. And speed puzzle events are happening right here in Carroll County as well. And the quiet hobby of jigsaw is being transformed into a trendy new sport. Just like pickleball has become mainstream and crossed into pop culture, speed puzzling is about to do the same. The stationary world has Rifle Paper Co., and the running world has Hoka. The puzzle world needs a brand that represents their lifestyle. I created Puzzle Lady to be the lifestyle brand for puzzle lovers. It utilizes my design skills and expertise that I've refined throughout my whole creative career, and it's perfectly paired with my love of puzzles. There are so many opportunities in the current market. The current jigsaw merch is pretty cheesy and low quality design. And many puzzles are hard to display. Mine live in the box because I don't want to ruin them with glue. And I get tired of the tug of war for the dining room table. I don't always have the time or space that a 1,000-piece puzzle demands. With Puzzle Lady, I have created beautiful, high-quality puzzles and gifts for puzzle lovers of all kinds, both leisure and speed. My puzzles are designed to be displayed like artwork, and you can play them at any time. And my products are like bite-sized puzzle snacks that you can enjoy and have a puzzle moment in your busy day. I spent the last year prototyping and testing different materials, and I have fallen in love with acrylic. Acrylic is upscale, it's durable, and has a wonderful glam factor, and I use it to manufacture all of my products. My hometown collection features our county and main streets and is a bestseller. And I love creating souvenirs that celebrate our local main streets, and I plan to design many more. My whimsy puzzles feature handmade, hand-drawn shapes and cute character cutouts, and they're super fun for both kids and adults. My display puzzles, they turn a puzzle into an art piece, and the front swivels away when you're ready to play. My jigsaw greeting cards, when you receive one in the mail, you can pop it out of the sleeve and build it after you've read your card. I have an artisan collection, and I've paired with 2 local artists to create puzzles out of their artwork, and I would love to work with more artists. And I have so much more swag that I've designed and plan to design more of for puzzle lovers to share their puzzle love. Since December, I've showed in 3 local vendor shows, and I have my products now in 2 local retail stores. My website is live and ready to launch. And there's a big market for Puzzle Lady. It's estimated that 1/3 of puzzle purchases are meant for gifts. And just looking at the popular brand Ravensburger, their revenue last year was $951 million. So that means if I could capture 1% of the market share, that would be $3.3 million. And every month, 116,000 searches are made for the keywords jigsaw puzzle. And Puzzle Lady specific monthly searches account for 7,500 searches. So puzzle lovers are looking for Puzzle Lady to spend that $3 million. I've talked a lot about the past year, and we're still on the ground level, and I've sold 90 products to date. In the next year, I'll be building brand presence, connecting with my full audience, launching my e-commerce site, and partnering with the manufacturer. After that, I'll be building brand authority and become a strong player in this market, and also have 25% quarter-over-quarter growth through web and retail sales. And I'm gonna launch a Puzzle Lady subscription box, so that in 5 years, I can have an in-house production studio. I will be the Puzzle Lovers brand, and I'll have a nationwide retail launch and be on a path to $500,000 in annual revenue. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, and it seems like you have a very enthusiastic following here this evening.
I do, thank you.
So it seems like you're talking about sort of the growth of the industry and some of these competitions and these high-piece puzzles, and then a lot of what you're doing seem to be on the smaller, I see 12-piece and 24-piece. They seem like very different markets. Are you also doing puzzles on sort of the larger scale side as well, or what you're doing is more on the gift side?
That's a great question. I will say the size of my puzzles has currently been limited to the acrylic supplier that I've been working with and the laser cutter at the Exploration Commons. So in the future, working with a larger manufacturer, I would have the ability to produce larger scale puzzles. So that's one side of it. The other part of it is I noticed there's a gap in the market. Like, I love this size puzzle because it fits on a bookshelf, it fits on a desk, it fits on a coffee table, and I don't necessarily want to put a 2 by 3 foot puzzle on every wall of my house. And I've also had a friend who was hospitalized last year, and she had cancer, and they treated her, and she made it through treatment, but she was lamenting the fact that none of her puzzles fit on a hospital bed-sized table that she could work, right? So that also inspired the idea of smaller puzzles can be just as impactful, and some of these are actually really challenging because they're regularly shaped and not like the standard jigsaw puzzle. So.
Nice presentation, well done.
Thank you.
So who would you say right now is your target market, and how are you going to scale that?
I would say, based on my current sales experience that I've had at markets, my target market is, are you talking about demographics or, yeah, primarily women. 65% of puzzle lovers are female, and so it's a more women-dominated market. Women 30 and up, I've experienced the most sales from, and I've also been getting repeat customers from markets and that sort of thing. Yeah.
I have a few questions for you. Great presentation. How long does it take you to produce like the 90 you've already sold?
I could tell you one of these larger 8x10 puzzles, once I've designed and illustrated the artwork, and I've sent it to the printer to print on acrylic for me, I have it UV printed, they send it back. While that's happening, I'm hand drawing all of the cut lines for the laser cutter to read where to cut the puzzle. So that process is probably a week or two of time, my time that goes into the design. Once that's done, though, I can repeat really easily. At the laser cutter, then there's prep time, cutting time on the laser. Just one of those 8x10s takes about 15 to 20 minutes based on complexity for the laser cutter to cut just a single one. And then I've timed myself. It takes me 30 minutes to clean up all of the pieces, unmask the masking tape that I use. And so it's an hour of labor per every 8x10 after I've just done all the
What's your
design work.
price point on these?
The 8x10s retail for $60. The artisan puzzle there on the frog puzzle is $40, and then these display puzzles are $25. Okay. My gross margins are about 67%.
Okay, that's great. So you mentioned a lot of great statistics. Tell me the easiest way that you feel like you can get to sustainability when you get to manufacturing. What does that path look like? Because you mentioned a lot of different things here, retail, prizes.
Yeah. I think it's a great question. I think the best path forward for, are you talking about, I'm trying to understand your question more.
So you said that
or,
you wanted to get at least 1% of that
right.
3.3 million.
Yes.
What is your plan to get there?
I see a few ways forward. Because e-commerce is so strong and I will be able to reach customers nationwide, I'm gonna definitely be prioritizing my website and e-commerce sales. So that'll be top priority, which means I need to be focused on finding that audience online, work on social media, ad campaigns. I think there's also a great opportunity for sponsoring speed puzzle events. They happen nationwide and internationally as well. There's also a speed puzzle cruise that has just been introduced this year. So to be a vendor in those spaces, to sponsor those events, to become well known within that community, which is quite niche, I know, but seems to be rapidly growing and fueling the puzzle industry. So those would be my probably top two.
Thanks.
I visited a town once called Hamilton, Missouri, that has become the quilting capital of the world, all because a woman like you went on YouTube and started showing people just her love for quilting. Could you do the same for puzzle making, knowing that there are maker spaces out there, there are other people interested in this as an art form or as a craft, or even just participating in events? How could you make Carroll County the capital, the puzzle capital of the world?
No, I love that. So my heart is here, my family is here. I've lived in Carroll County for over 30 years. I love this community. As I said in my 5-year plan, I would love an in-house production studio where I'm lasering, I'm UV printing, I have all of the manufacturing centered here so that I can oversee quality control and just, I love the tangible product side of it as much as I love the design and illustration. And so I think, reaching out to local community artists and fueling puzzles with their art as well. Thank you.
The Pathways to Entrepreneurship program is designed to provide aspiring entrepreneurs like you with a comprehensive foundation in business education. The 7-week self-paced format allows you the flexibility to work at your own pace while still adhering to weekly assignments. Each week, you will explore topics and modules covering essential aspects of entrepreneurship, such as recognizing and evaluating business opportunities, creating a business plan, marketing strategies, financial management, and much more. Throughout the course, you complete a series of assignments and activities that help you develop key components of a business plan. These activities are carefully curated to ensure you gain the practical knowledge and skills necessary for your entrepreneurial journey. This program combines chapter readings, group discussions, and one-on-one consulting sessions with our experienced mentors from the Small Business Development Center. These mentors help you relate the learning concepts to your real-life business goals and provide valuable expert feedback on your activities and business plans. Visit the Carroll Community College website or get in touch with our SBDC to learn more about the application process and upcoming program dates. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to pave your path to success.
All right, we've got 2 pitches in the books. So we're excited to say we have something very special for this audience tonight, something that's never been done in the history of the Carroll Biz Challenge. We talked about the application process, right?
We sure did, and how there was a video that you're supposed to include in your application.
Yeah. So what we have for you tonight is we're going to show 3 videos, not in a row, but we have 3 videos this evening of pitches for applicants that didn't make it to the stage, but we think they're worth seeing. The first one we have here, interestingly enough, involves, not many people know this, but Hannah and I both have identical twin cousins. Why don't you explain to them how we found out?
Yeah, going through the application and reading the applications, I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. And remind me of your cousin's name?
Jürgen Sturmkopf.
Oh, that's right. And mine was Sydney Sweeney. I hear she has great genes, but we look just alike. Yeah. And I couldn't believe that she applied and Jürgen applied.
Jürgen's a devastatingly handsome fellow.
He is striking.
Yeah, striking.
He is striking.
But keep in mind too, this pitch didn't make the cut, so they're not here with us this evening. But we thought we would show you an example of a pitch, and just to give you an idea of how good these videos have to be. Here's an excellent example of a pitch video that didn't make the cut. So without further ado.
Introducing potty plants.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Carroll Biz Challenge, let's talk about a dirty little secret. Bathrooms and toilets.
They've been stuck in the Stone Age since Sir John Harrington invented the flush valve in 1596.
That's right. Centuries of porcelain thrones, and we're still squatting on cold, hard reality.
We've strayed too far from the good old days when nature called and we answered back in nature, when you can commune with the earth, feel the breeze, and maybe high-five a squirrel mid-business.
But let's face it, nobody's digging an outhouse in their backyard anymore. So they're bringing the outdoors indoors with a product so wild, so green, it'll make your bathroom the envy of every eco-warrior and interior designer.
Introducing potty plants, the revolutionary, all-natural way to turn your toilet into a thriving garden oasis. It's grass for your ass.
That's right, folks. Potty plants is a game changer. Our patented ultra-thin bioturf soil technology lets you grow lush, vibrant grass right on your toilet. Your tank, your lid, your seat, even your floor below. No deep roots, no mess, just pure organic vibes. And it just makes sense to grow plants so close to a natural source of fertilizer.
1A Meadow Fresh toilet tank, done. Crave a putting green on your seat? We got you. Dreaming of a jungle vibe with vines dangling from the bowl? Potty Plants makes it happen. Our soil supports any plant, grass, clover, even daisies for that grandma's garden aesthetic. But potty plants isn't just about aesthetics, it's a lifestyle. Plus, it's therapeutic. Studies we totally didn't make up show that green spaces reduce bathroom anxiety by 47%.
And for the gentlemen, ever missed a bowl after a late night beer run? Potty plants absorb splashes like a champ. No more angry roommates, no more awkward apologies, and your wife won't complain when you leave the toilet seat up because it's beautiful. When you got to go, go green with potty plants.
So I don't talk to Jürgen much.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that pitch didn't make it.
No, that's just how the bar.
I know.
It's very, very high. So after that, it is now my great pleasure to introduce actual pitch number 3, Alexandra Chambers and Village West Pilates.
Hi, Bean. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to follow that up. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Alex Chambers, owner and founder of Village West Pilates right here in downtown Westminster. If you walked here, drove here, you might have driven right by us. The jitters, man. When I say Pilates, you might picture something like this. Maybe, I don't know. Or planes, pilots. I thought the same thing. But here's the truth. Pilates is actually for everyone. It's for all of us. It's over 100 years old, backed by science, and builds strength, mobility, and helps prevent injury. It works for any age, any stage, any gender. It's often recommended by surgeons and physical therapists, in addition to or sometimes even in place of physical therapy. For most of my life, I failed at just about every form of exercise, thanks in no small part to 90s diet culture. Teen vogue. After a complicated C-section and an Ehlers-Danlos diagnosis later in my life, my physical therapist finally convinced me, fully dragged me to a Pilates class. I was skeptical and terrified. I grew up awkward, not the athletic type, and when that messaging is ingrained in you, it shapes how you see your potential. So what happened? Did I die of embarrassment my first class? Spoiler alert, I was hooked. I did 200 classes in my first year. I don't think I had done 10 workouts in my entire life. So that sounds great, right? Everything was positive. My pain was gone, sciatica was better, my joints were feeling better. I was stronger than ever. But why are we here today? Because I was driving hours each week. I kept having the same conversation with people that I would meet in class over and over. Oh, you live in Carroll County too. Why don't we have Pilates in Carroll County? Why are we driving so far, so many hours a week? One day after class, someone said the funniest thing I had ever heard. Why don't you open a studio and I'll come teach for you? I practically cackled in her face. My background is interior design and project management. I was a stay-at-home mom in a post-COVID world, but that night I went home, I told my husband what she said, and he said, that's not crazy. You literally talk about Pilates to anyone who will stand still long enough. And that's how Village West Pilates was born. But let's put this into perspective, because I'm talking in the past tense here. Oops, did I go? I might have messed up, y'all. That conversation after class one day, that was in November of last year. And I did just mention that you drove by our studio, so that means we have fast-tracked from that crazy little idea to having a brick-and-mortar business. This is just chaos to look at, but we don't have all night, so I will go past this. But let's see. So it started with finding the perfect location, and here's just a few of our achievements. Our doors opened this year, June 21st. We set a waitlist goal of 400 people. We hit 1,400, almost entirely organic. We barely touched our ad budget. We sold out of memberships before we even opened. We launched with 12-month memberships, which means our members are committed to themselves for a full year, and we get to spend less time chasing sales and more time building our community. We opened with over 30 weekly classes, running 7 days a week, morning and evening. We built a team of 10 amazing people, an operations manager, 8 instructors, and a lead instructor. And here's the biggest one. We're on track to be profitable our first year. Thank you. Sorry, next page. Y'all got notes. Carroll County has nearly 180,000 residents, many facing chronic pain, mobility issues, and social isolation. Village West isn't just a studio. We're a catalyst for better health, stronger community, and economic growth. Being in the heart of downtown means our members are also foot traffic for everyone else around us. Despite our early success, we can't grow our memberships until we grow our team of instructors. The solution is training local talent. We're currently bringing instructors in from as far as Bel Air. That's an hour commute. I don't know if you've ever had a long commute, but it sucks. And so we really want to train people here. But the problem is it's time-consuming and very expensive. And so if, and hopefully when we win this $10,000, we really want to provide scholarships for all of the people that are interested in becoming Pilates instructors. So we invite you to join us, find your village, find your strength.
You survived. You did
Kind of,
well.
I'm shaking.
The hardest part's over,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you.
Okay. So right now you have 9 instructors. So
Yes.
what are your hours of operation with 9?
Our schedule is based on their availability, but we currently do have 7 days a week open. We finally hit a goal that was huge for us of having 6:30 a.m. classes 5 days a week, weekdays. That's huge for our early morning people. Not me, but I get it. So yeah, I mean, we really just need to build to have more evening instructors, but also again, some of these instructors are coming from really far and we know that's not sustainable. In addition to that, we also have a private studio for people that might deal with a disability or an injury, so we can use more instructors for that as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Great presentation. Was this your last slide? I know you got cut off. If you want to
sorry.
advance it, feel free.
That was it.
Okay, all right. So, and it sounds like besides training more instructors as a means to scale, will you need more space as well? Are you going to outgrow this space? Are you going to add another location?
It's possible, yes. I mean, we were barely open for 1 week and we were already being asked when we were gonna have a second location. We have 2,000 square feet. We have 1,000 square foot group studio and 1,000 square foot private studio. Our group studio can comfortably accommodate 8 people at a time. Downstairs in the private studio, we can have up to 3 privates going on at once. But yes, as far as spreading to the community, we are very prohibited by our current space. I'm tired.
All right, so this is a G show, right? We're rated G.
Your mic's turned off, Kim.
Oh, it's not on. We're rated G.
I could hear you.
Sorry.
My 4-year-old is here, but.
Okay, so lately I have been looking for ways to lose my fupa after having 5 kids, and on my timeline I have like all of these like rated R like Pilates things. Tell me about
I don't. Maybe
that
I'm
is supposed
just
to help
old and
your
out of
like
the loop.
pelvic area.
Oh, okay. So this is a
tell
fun
me
one.
Tell me about how positioned you are to take on different types of Pilates, because there's so many different types there, and how do you plan on scaling it?
Yes, that is a rabbit hole of a question, but I'll try and answer that in 2 different ways. So we do partner with pelvic floor physical therapists, especially for people that have postpartum concerns such as diastasis recti, prolapse, anything to do with, postpartum issues. So we, in our studio, like to say that we're really focused on education of Pilates. So our style of teaching really stems from the classical training. It's not, there's a lot of like fad Pilates and fitness out there right now. So if you come in for a private class, like we want to work with you on your goals. Group setting, we have to, keep a class moving. But yes, absolutely. If you're sitting in this room, you have a pelvic floor, men and women. So if you have any concerns specific to a certain injury or issue you're having, we would be happy to work with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Howdy, neighbor.
Hi.
So so you sold a bunch of memberships.
Yes.
Like a lot of memberships.
We had to stop. We had to cut off selling because we have begged people, please, like, we love that you're spreading the message, but just give us a little bit of time.
Well, that's sort of my question is, so how are you managing people that are like, I would love to get in there, but you don't have any, there's no room at the inn for me. I mean, is that becoming a problem and
We're
a
not
deterrent
turning,
for people?
yeah, I hear what you're asking. We're not turning anyone away right now. Just last week, we added 2 new instructors, which added 9 classes. So we actually are able to open up our memberships again in the next week, which has been great. We offer class packs as well, so lower commitment options if you're not ready to commit to a membership, but that is sort of our bread and butter. That's gonna be your best price per class if you want to attend quite regularly, which most people do. But no, we haven't gotten to the point yet where we're actually turning anyone away, but we're just not out actively announcing that we're selling something.
And I don't even mean memberships. I just mean if like a one-off. I wanted to take a beginning class. There is opportunity for somebody to just pop in and take a one-off class.
We have an app, and most people, that's how they find us, is downloading our app, and then you can purchase a drop-in.
What's your biggest, is this on?
You're there.
What's your biggest expense?
It was the initial investment of the equipment.
Okay, but ongoing, is it staff? Do you have like paid contractors? Do you have employees?
They're all employees.
Tell me about how you're structured.
Sure, they're all employees. They are all part-time, and they, because of the rigorous training that goes into it and the type of like quality instruction, they are getting paid at a minimum $50 an hour for a group class. Okay. So that, I would say, payroll. Yes.
What are some of the other ways that you make a community impact with this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I mean, right now we are within the 4 walls of our studio, but we really hope to grow beyond that. We have so many ideas. I mean, we're hugely passionate about moms. And if you've ever known a mom and known what the postpartum period is like, it's very isolating. And to get out with your baby, we really want to do mommy and me classes, Pilates in the park. Sometimes our space is very confined. It's not easy to bring a stroller in. So there's so many opportunities for community impact and like kind of like lowering the bar for entry as far as the confines of our space.
As a follow-up to that, because as I understand it, Pilates is relatively expensive, the equipment's expensive, memberships. Yes. So that community impact that you're describing, does this go beyond membership? in
Oh,
terms
yes.
of how you engage with the community?
Oh, yes, yeah, it would not require any form of like in-studio membership. It would be either free or very low cost, just to help cover the costs of paying the instructor for their time to be there.
Do you still feel like you have room to grow in your current physical footprint here?
Yes, absolutely, yes. I mean, we've literally been there for less than 2 months, so we're still just getting our footing, figuring out. Notoriously, summer is quite a slow time for fitness, so it's been a little bit interesting kind of gearing up for fall and back to school and everyone getting back in their routines. But yes, we have a lot of room to grow as far as, just fleshing out our schedule to meet the need. In addition to that, we have the opportunity.
To be recognized by your peers is a really rewarding feeling.
Without Hey Westminster, it really would not have been possible.
Hey Westminster, let's be awesome.
Hey everybody, this is Alex with Atlantic Blue Water Services. On behalf of all of us at Atlantic Blue Water Services, your local plumbing and water treatment company, I just want to say a huge congratulations to the top 5 finalists in this incredible business competition. Out of over 40 driven entrepreneurs, you've made it here to the final round, and that's not an easy task. We know firsthand the grit, long hours, and the passion it takes to build something from the ground up. It's pretty inspiring to see all the entrepreneur spirit alive right here in Carroll County where our business first started. Whether you take home the grand prize or not, I think you've already proven that you have what it takes to lead and grow. So keep pushing forward. The journey is just beginning right here. So we're cheering for you here at Atlantic Blue, and good luck to all the finalists.
Hello, this is Randy Young with Young Septic Service. I'm very excited to be here this year. A big shout out to the top 5 finalists for this year's Carroll Biz Challenge. Thanks to Chambers of Commerce and everyone having us. Starting your own business could be the most exciting and scary thing at the same time. But at least you're in good hands and helpful hands with everything they have going on. Good luck and congratulations to everybody.
All right, another excellent pitch. So now we have video number 2. This one's a little different because it's not so much that it didn't make the cut. We'll never know if it made the cut because it was just ineligible.
Right.
We couldn't do it.
Right.
And
It's because Steve Lowe, who puts this production on, and his wife Kim were the applicants of this incredible business, really a destination business in Carroll County. But since they put on the Carroll Biz Challenge, they were ineligible. So I introduce you Stimberly Stump.
You want to say something?
Yeah, well, I mean, welcome to the start of Stimberly Farms and Stimberly Gardens. We have a passion for bringing new life to old things. This is a stump in my backyard. I don't know how old it is, but we have a vision. We have a vision to create a beautiful garden and, frankly, a destination spot here in Carroll County, Maryland. It's a lot of work, but we're committed.
Well, I guess personally, my only regret is I don't get to hear the judge's question, a presentation that would go with that, because I think of the lodging and the restaurants and the job creation and everything that would bring to Carroll County. It's phenomenal, but we'll never know.
It will give Botanical a run for its money for best botanical destination in Carroll County, for sure.
It would. So best of luck, Steve and
Yeah.
Kim, on that. So, but we've got other matters to attend to.
Yes, we sure do. So we have our fourth pitch. I want to introduce to you Chandler Province of Oxalotl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chandler Province. Company's name's Axolotl. We are a technology company. We specifically specialize in computer vision and predictive analytics and building out advanced data solutions. Now, everybody, when they think of AI, they think of things like chatbots or conversational AI, ChatGPT, and that's really dominated the market for the last few years. But AI isn't just focused on text. The world is visual. And as you can see, AI struggles when it comes to images. There are around 1 billion hours of video that are recorded daily, and less than a fraction of a percent of that is ever even reviewed by a human. This is a problem, right? We're just looking at too much data. There's too many things that we need to be able to do, and AI is how we can augment professionals to be able to do that. The problem is that when people try to implement AI for vision, they're met with a staggering wall of complexity, cost, and identifying rare technical talent. That's where Iris comes in. Iris is a truly no-code data solution that we've developed that allows us to empower the people who are going to be leveraging this technology to build their own object recognition algorithms. You can choose from some of the most advanced algorithms that exist out there today, and the power of those algorithms is at your fingertips. You can upload videos, you can select the objects that matter to you, you can train, build, and deploy these custom models in hours, not months. Here you can see that we're taking a video of 2 aircraft, and as everybody has seen in the recent news, FAA has had a huge problem with air traffic coming in, potentially causing hazardous situations. You can detect these aircraft, be alerted to them, and all of this within a single pane of view. Now, this is applicable across many different sectors. Just because we look at aircraft in one doesn't mean that that's all we can focus on. This can be applied to any industry that it uses visual technology. Think of this as looking at a warehouse monitoring for proper PPE being used by your staff and being alerted to when unsafe conditions are present. This could also be applicable to Puzzle Lady, who, when she has all of her manufacturing brought in-house, we can identify defects. So she gets an early warning of, hey, this isn't working, you're going to have to reprint this. We can also look at safeguarding our schools. I'm a father, I have kids. You could train using existing camera systems and security systems at school. You could train computer vision algorithms to detect things like firearms. Now, most models out there are trained on a certain set of objects, and that's really where a problem bottleneck occurs. There's no way to adapt them to our use cases. So here what you can see is on the left, let's take an object that's not identified, and in this instance it's a helicopter, and we're going to draw a box on it. Within seconds, we can upload another video, or if we had a continuous video stream, it would continue searching for it. We can find similarly looking objects based on our proprietary algorithms. Then it's a button click for our users. They can decide, yes, this is what I'm looking for, no, it's not. Sorry. I apologize, the button. Okay. Now, you can expand your ontology in real time, so you get all these new objects added, and you go in and we automate all the hard parts. Now it's selecting the models you want to train, how you want to train them, on your terms. You decide if you want to use a GPU, which is a graphics card, or a CPU. You can also determine how frequently you want to retrain. All of the complexity around this problem now solved with a few button clicks. Now, the Vision AI market space is massive. We believe we can access a huge part of it, mostly because it is estimated that by 2030, when it reaches up to upwards of 60 billion, most of the market is going to be dominated by non-coding users. And this is across every industry vertical. This can be applicable to manufacturing, smart cities, self-driving cars, safety, security. Axolotl has already done about 42,000 in pilot projects. We've also secured 25,000 in credits with Amazon, who we're a partner with, and we're looking to launch our first subscription model based of this platform in 2026. This will feature several different options for subscription.
Great job, Chandler. So tell us about your intellectual property. What's your sort of IP protection that you have around this?
Yep, so we do have a utility patent that is currently pending that we've submitted for. Our algorithms are all proprietary in terms of the similarity matching algorithms that we use in the back end. So unless somebody tries to hack us, it's ours. So we're putting safeguards around that, and that will allow us, when we launch, to make sure our platform is truly unique in the market.
I mean, I'm like, the first thing I went to, of course, is gambling. So I'm thinking like eyes in the sky in a casino. Is that sort of an application for this? Is training to look for certain ticks or things that you would see perhaps on a blackjack dealer, and having a pit boss be able to identify from video camera of like people's movement? I mean, I'm trying to figure out other applications outside of some of the things that you just showed here. Am I sort of barking up the right tree here with some of the applications?
Yep, absolutely. So anything that has to do with recognizing not only an object but a pattern, because things evolve over time, is applicable. And that goes into our enterprise scaling. We're able to build custom modules that are extensible to the platform in its base form. So it's accessible for starters who just, let's say for Botana Gal, she wants to be able to identify certain types of plants. So we could start something as simple as that, or in your case where we have truly advanced algorithms looking for very discrete patterns of behavior or things like that would all be capable.
So the applicability seems really global in terms of like DoD application, the STEM fields, right? But how can this be not only adopted by small businesses, but how are you going to bridge the gap between how people already have this sort of reticence toward embracing AI and helping them understand how this would work for them?
Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate your question. I actually come from defense research. That's where I've spent most of my time as a data scientist. And really the apprehensibility in using AI is a very common thing. And the way that we bridge that is we provide transparency and traceability. So every time you train a model, every time you build something, it has logs that you as the end user or as a business operator are able to go back and review, and it tells you why an AI is making a choice and why it's deciding what it's deciding. So you always have oversight.
Thank you. What's the error rate?
So it depends on the types of objects and the types of models that you're using. For traditional projects that we've looked at with traditional objects, we're able to achieve over around a 90% accuracy rating on only 100 images. Once you start getting into higher numbers of images, more representations, that window actually gets a lot tighter, and we're able to get around 98. For truly unique objects in noisy environments, you're still looking at around 70 to about 75% off of 100 images, but then scaling that up, the more samples you give it, the better it is.
And so it's using stills captured from video, or is it able to capture?
So it can use, the default setting is that it does what's called scene detection and then pulls out stills from the scenes of live video or uploaded video, but it can also run detections in real time off of a streaming video, as well as if you wanted to link certain behaviors together, such as in your example, you would be able to do that too.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So how much have you made to date?
Yeah, so we've done 42,500 in paid pilots, and that also includes an international customer that is based out of Germany. We also have customers out of New Hampshire that are manufacturing companies, and we have another customer that uses it for monitoring wildlife activity out of Arkansas. So we brought in 42,000. I have a team of 4. We're predominantly part-time. So our profit margins, everything's been reinvested. We make about 80% profit off of what it costs to run the system for those customers, but all of that money gets reinvested into the business.
So I have security cameras at home. Shout out to Westminster Security. I don't know if Brad Slinkman's here. That if I open the app, it'll show me if a person, if a vehicle, if an animal, I think other kinds of objects too. So it has some of that functionality built in. But are you saying that I could get rid of all that, install my own camera, and then train my own video on detecting whatever it is I want to detect, if like it's my teenage son coming home late at night or something like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And that is a case where we've looked at most industry models can detect things like people, can detect some things like certain types of animals, especially around home security. But really what's interesting is when the model is not trained on an object and then that object shows up. What do? You can't adapt your security team's model without taking months and months of time on their part to add that to the algorithm. You could do it all from the touch of your hand with our platform.
Can you talk about your pricing model?
Yep, absolutely. So, and if I'm able to, I want to go back. So our pricing model starts out with a free trial that allows us to get early acquisition and really drive adoption. Our starter will allow users to train up to about 50 unique objects, and that's really like an attention grabber for us because that's only going to cost you about $29 a month. And our profit margin on that's about 70%. But where the real money gets made is in our professional tier. So with the starter model, it gets you the ability to do certain similarity matches. It gets you the ability to train about 1 or 2 different types of models, and you have a data cap. That's how we kind of keep ourselves safe. So you get about 2 to 3 gigabytes of data depending on how large or resolution of your images. With professional, that extends, and you can also pay as you go on storage. So you pay for what you use.
How well are you positioned to handle security breaches?
So we actually, as I said, we're partnered with AWS. We're also an NVIDIA partner, both of which have really great security things in place. So by hosting in the cloud with AWS, we get to benefit from their security measures. And then when we deploy to the edge at like a business or any kind of facility, we're able to leverage our partnership with NVIDIA to use their existing security measures to keep our stuff safe. And we plug directly into an enterprise's network, so as long as they have good cybersecurity thought processes and plans in place, we'll be able to benefit from that as well.
Will you license or market to people in the same field?
Yes, so we actually believe that this tool, because it allows people to train these models exponentially, technical people like myself who specialize in computer vision can now increase our work throughput drastically. So I can automate most of my processes, and I believe our earliest adopters for our invite-only beta are going to be not. Thank you.
Ever wonder what's happening behind the big yellow door in the heart of Westminster? This is the place where ideas incubate and innovation takes place. Magic does this by developing talent with tech education, cultivating entrepreneurship with programs like Startup Lab, and helping tech businesses grow with our Westminster Angel Network. We are empowering individuals, one innovative idea at a time. Magic's mission: to equip our future workforce and entrepreneurs with the tools they need to thrive as they turn their bold ideas into real solutions. Technology shouldn't be a barrier, but a bridge.
All right, what a fantastic fourth pitch that was. So we're going to introduce to you another ineligible pitch video. So I don't know much about this business, but I do know it came in too late past the deadline, and they're not in Carroll County.
Right. Two of the prime requirements, on time, and it must be a Carroll County business. But nonetheless, we thought it'd be interesting to watch, so we're going to watch it together with you. Next up, the Face Stick 3000.
My name is Andy Byron. My Biz Challenge idea was born out of an unfortunate circumstance regarding the Kiss Cam at a Coldplay concert that my friend and I recently attended. And I find myself out of a job. Sometimes people have a need to be incognito. There are lots of possible reasons. Sometimes you want anonymity from the paparazzi. Sometimes you might be doing something less than scrupulous. And sometimes you might be doing something that your wife just doesn't need to know about. So I've invented the Face Stick 3000. The Face Stick 3000 is a groundbreaking, high-tech disguise solution. It's a lightweight stick with a hyper-realistic, customizable face printed on it. Here's how it works. Pick your disguise: a celebrity, generic tourist, or even an animal. Hold up the Face Stick 3000 and strut with confidence. It's portable, reusable, and comes with a deluxe carrying case that screams, "I'm definitely not hiding anything." You and your partner in crime each hold one up, and poof, you're incognito. The best part? Everyone believes it's working. You feel like you're invisible, they think you're someone else, and the world keeps spinning in blissful ignorance. The $10,000 grand prize will enable us to immediately start production at a cost of $1.32 each, and we intend to sell the Face Stick 3000 for the low price of just $999. That's a small price to pay to protect yourself and your reputation. And for us, that's a profit margin of 99.87%. The Face Stick 3000. Not your face, not a trace.
Hi, I'm Mike McMullen of the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Taylor Swift. Oh,
wait.
crap.
Wait. All right. They gave us product samples, and I don't know what to do
They're
with them.
not that noticeable on your face.
No. I've never looked better. Mike. All right, okay. One more real pitch. Pitch number 5 is up now. I would like to introduce you, and please welcome to the stage, Christopher Fong with Gilbert's Premium Jerky.
Today I'm going to try some beef jerky.
Gilbert's Premium Beef Jerky.
Sriracha. Oh, that looks good. Barbecue. Tender.
That ginger about hit it right in the face.
Made in the USA. Real ingredients. 100% beef.
I want Gilbert's Jerky in all my scores.
9 out of 10 on all the flavors of these. They're just delicious.
Hey, go ahead. Go on, baby. This can be worth a lot of money someday.
Gilbert's Beef Jerky, the best beef jerky in the world. Give me that dick.
Hi, my name is Chris Fong. I am the founder and owner of Gilbert's Premium Jerky, a family-owned, community-driven company creating unique flavors using locally sourced ingredients with one simple mission: to make the best tasting beef jerky in the world. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret. Growing up, I hated beef jerky. It was always so dry and bland, hard to chew. I especially hated, you know, when you go to the store, you spend like $8 to $10 on a bag, you take the first bite and you immediately go, I'm not having the rest of that. That was until my dad, the Gilbert, hey Dad, wherever, started making his own homemade recipe, and it was the best tasting jerky I ever had. And for 20 years, my brother and I lived off of this jerky. That wasn't until my wife a few years ago, Katie, hi Katie, she bought me my first dehydrator, and I instantly fell in love with the hobby. And after learning from my dad, my brother spent me and my brother 2 years creating our own unique recipes. And it was just more than a hobby, and I've always wanted to build something with my family. So, on my dad's birthday, August 16th, 2023, I delivered him, surprise, our first prototype of jerky. I bought the LLC, and I told my dad, Father, We're building a beef jerky company together, and we're going to name it after you. And in February 7th of this year, we officially opened for business. Now, let me tell you about the first 6 months. Right now, we offer 5 unique flavors, like our ginger lime whiskey, but many flavors to come, like the infamous Black Mamba. Next, coming out, our next 2 flavors are our first gluten-free chicken jerky and our first flavor collaboration with a local popular brand, J.O. Spice, with our Sweet Chesapeake. We partnered with the USDA certified co-packer out of Littlestown, PA, that produces our jerky now, using beef from local farms. We've sold over 2,000 bags on our website. We've done 6 local events, and I'm proud to say that we are now in 15 retailers. But what's next? Oh, thanks. Soon, I'm going to be selling Gilbert's Jerky on other online platforms like TikTok Shop and Amazon. We'll be delivering to hundreds and then one day thousands of retailers, including big box stores. Then eventually we'll move on to other kind of meat snacks like beef sticks and snack packs for kids. My vision is one day Gilbert's Jerky is going to be available for people all over the world. But I'm going to be real with you guys for a second. The reality is, it's crazy how something as small as beef jerky can bring so many people in our community together. And even though I have the full support of my family and friends help me along the way, I'd like to think that it's been so far a great success. We have sold so far over 4,100 bags. We've done over $25,000 in revenue, and we have 40% gross profit, or net profit, sorry about that. But what I'm most excited about are the kind of opportunities that are coming our way now. Like just today at 11 o'clock, we officially got the approval from Jerky Gent for 3,000 bags, their first order. Marriott wants to put it in more of their hotels now, and we are this close to closing on our contract with High's gas stations. So, this is where I need everyone's help. So, listen closely. Because for order of us to get where we need to go, we need 2 things. Capital, but more importantly, we need talented people to join our team. So, I'm going to leave you with this. Crave Jerky recently sold for $400 million. Country Archer is valued at over $300 million. And our local competition, Righteous Felon out of PA, is valued at over $30 million. But who knows? Maybe one day we can all say that we made Gilbert's Jerky the first billion-dollar company in Carroll County and the home of the best tasting jerky in the world. Thank you.
That was a lovely presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you go into some of the costs? What's the cost of bag? What's the cost to make?
Yeah.
Give us all the nitty-gritty.
Sure. Okay, so, and I forgot this slide. I'm sorry, I didn't go into other things. So right now, our cost of bags, produced, packaging, and everything is $3, and we're selling at 3 different verticals. So when it comes to direct-to-consumer, our average cost or our average revenue per bag is $7.22 to $8.49. The standard cost is $8.49, but on our website, you have the ability to do discounted pricing based on how many you get. When we do our shows, same thing. $8 is our standard cost, discounted $7 a bag when you get 3 or more. And wholesale right now, it's surprising because I know there's market. When you think of wholesale, especially in the meat market, they want to get you down as low as they can. But I think the fact that we are focusing on the community first, and I know the slide wasn't there long enough, but if you really take a look at our site and see all the type of retailers that are supporting us, the $5.95 actually seems to be like a working number for everybody. Even the Marriott orders about 400 bags a month at that price. And I think it has something to do with the fact that it's not just jerky, but also the type of brand that we're creating and the type of, I guess, image that we're portraying. So I hope that was a long answer.
How do you differentiate yourself in this market? It just seems like there's so many jerky companies now.
Yes, there are, and that's a great question. So first I thought, well, most of the time when I get jerky, I didn't like it. And one of the main things that my dad did when he made his recipe, and we follow it today, is we wanted soft. And I just found that it was easier for other people to enjoy, not just a typical, honestly, when I started this, my first company that I was competing with, and he said, in this market, you got to stick with just white guys. That's it. That's the market. And I was like, I don't know, because actually 46% of the people that buy our jerky are women. And my kids love jerky. I don't know if there's any people here that have had our jerky with their kids, but I've realized that, you know what, if you make it soft and you make it just taste really good, that's great. But the reality is, there's also good tasting jerkies out there. So if I go to the store and I see a ton of different options there, and I have to say to myself, I have to spend something and it's gonna be expensive, and I'm afraid, what if it doesn't taste great? Well, then you have to differentiate yourself with, well, what is the flavor? So that was the next step. Create unique flavors that I've never seen before, because that's the time where someone says, well, let me at least try that, because I've never had it. But then, and I don't usually talk about this, but people say that, it must be true if they say it, I think that the brand matters, in the way that we design the packaging, in the way that we film our videos, and the way that we get certain type of people to review, certain places that we go to, and you start to see that if you really look, 90% of bags are black, maybe with flames on it, maybe like a pig. And honestly, I remember years ago, one of my friends who has a really nice house and real clean, she said, this is the only bag I'll allow on my counter is your bag, because it just looks so clean cut. And I was like, okay. So I feel like that combination together helps us differentiate ourselves.
Are you manufacturing all this in Carroll County? I know you're working with a meat provider in Littlestown. I think your packaging is from somewhere else in the Midwest, but where's that? You're not doing this from your kitchen anymore. Where's all this being made?
It is all being made at Stony Point Snacks, which is in Littlestown, PA. So they're our co-packer now. So essentially, we spent 6 months last year on our first floor flavors, multiple rounds of getting it right. Because to get where we're trying to get it to is not the norm. It takes a lot of technical stuff. But the relationship is fantastic. And they actually partner with about 82 big brand of jerky and other meat snacks. So they have the operation to take care of us. And they're only 20 minutes from my house. So it's been a great partnership.
How much capital did you need to make the $25,000 you made thus far this year?
So our first round, we spent $8,000 to get our first 3,000 bags. And actually, a shout out to my brother Mark, because he was a big part of making that happen. And since then, to get to the 25,000, our cost of goods so far is 14,206.
Okay, and what's your projected revenue goal next year, and how much capital will it take
so
to get there?
by year's end, we're projected to hit about $114,000.
Okay.
That is based on a projection of a couple of things. One, the contract, even like today with Jerky Gent, but deals like Highs, and there's 3 other gas stations, supply I'm not allowed to say. But there are projections out there where with just a few of those retail contracts, we'll be hitting the $100,000 mark. And then by 3rd year, we'll be hitting $1 million. And by our 10th year, we'll be doing $25 million annually.
Thank you.
So beyond the sort of 3 larger companies that you had said you have pending agreements with, and you had said you had done 6 shows for business to consumer, right?
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit about how you're going to scale the business directly to consumer beyond through the larger?
Sure. So I think actually on this slide, there you go. Okay, so we have to still start small, because the reality is, without investors, which would be great, because when it comes to sales, we have the opportunity to reach a wide range of clients. But I also am doing this as a side project. This is my side hustle, as you say, and I have a family with 3 boys, and my wife would kill me. So the way that we have it set is, well, let's start small, but let's start strategically. Online is the most, the lowest cost for high, revenue, if you want to say, putting just one email post that we do generates about 50 clients for each one. But the reality is, I don't do it every day. So it comes to, I need manpower more on the digital side. I need people who can post more for me, do marketing. Every time we even do a Facebook post, you get another run. And sending people to the website is definitely like our highest margin when it comes to margin and volume. Doing the shows, that's great, but the reality is it takes a lot of time to set those up and a lot of manpower. So we're gonna start small next year with getting a couple part-time people, My previous job, I've actually been in the franchise world. I'm familiar with just getting part-time help to help on the weekends. So.
All right, and there you have it. There are our 5 presenters. Can you get one more big round of applause for all 5 presenters? All right, so we have reached a very important juncture in our show this evening. That is, the presentations are done. In a few moments, we're going to take a break for a short intermission so the judges can do their thing and vote on our grand prize winner. But we have a very important role, as you mentioned at the beginning, for the folks in the audience here and for everyone watching at home. And that is, you get to decide the people's choice. So, QR code here. Or you can visit slido.com, S-L-I, it's right there, SLIDO.com, #biz, and you text your vote for A, B, C, or D. Hopefully I don't have to explain it. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. You guys get it? So you have a very important role here to choose our People's Choice winner.
Yeah.
Hannah?
So go ahead and do that. Also share it on your social medias so all of your friends can vote as well. Enjoy a drink, bathroom, refreshments in the lobby, and we will see you here in about 10 minutes. But don't stick around outside the entire time because there's a kind of a special video towards the end of intermission that'll be playing, and I don't think you're going to want to miss it.
All right. See ya. You want to scan me?
secret. Bathrooms and toilets.
They've been stuck in the Stone Age since Surge. We've strayed too far from the good old days when nature called. And we answered, in nature, back when you could commune with the earth, feel the breeze, and maybe high five a frickin' squirrel. We've strayed too far from the good old days when nature called, and we answered, back in nature. Oh, I don't know what happened. Back when you can commune with the earth, feel the breeze, and maybe high five a squirrel mid-business. Studies we totally didn't make up show that green spaces reduce bathroom anxiety by 47%.
Oh, gentlemen, have you ever missed the board?
Perfect. Oh my God.
Potty plants. Now with our exclusive patented locally sourced fertilizer does wonders for your plants. Also, it makes an excellent smoothie. Wunderbar!
We have a vision for transforming this into, frankly, a destination here in Carroll County. It's a lot of work.
I wasn't recording.
Oh, shit!
We got this 5-inch slug.
No, that's an 8-inch slug.
No, that's what she said.
By like opening the tree.
We
like,
did just.
like one of those.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody's having fun.
Yeah, so we had 5 amazing presentations, but now the fun starts. We get to find out who won. Well, first we have the...
Based on the bloopers, we saw potty plants and potty mouth.
Oh, I know. I cuss a lot. That's another... I cuss and cry. What can I say?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean, it was absolutely, yeah. So we are going to start with the United Way Changemaker Award, valued at $2,000. Just a little reminder, all 40 applicants are eligible for this award. And Emily Miller is going to present the United Way Changemaker Award.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Might not be the Emily Miller you were expecting. There's 2 of us here now. A lot of you know Emily Bollinger Miller. I am presenting the United Way Region United Network Advisory Board of Carroll County as a member of that board. I'm also the Executive Director of Operational Excellence at Carroll Hospital. Carroll County is full of innovation and community spirit. I think I'm good. Okay. And year after year, the many ideas and projects presented during the Biz Challenge have such a strong focus on uplifting our community. On behalf of the United Way of Carroll County, we're thrilled to be back again, awarding our 5th Changemaker Challenge Award as part of the Carroll Biz Challenge, presenting $2,000 to a Biz Challenge applicant with a promising idea that they're working to bring to reality. While we've heard from 5 incredible finalists this evening, our winner is uniquely selected from the full pool of 40 applicants, so you might see one more innovative Carroll County entrepreneur on this stage tonight. United Way of Central Maryland's Changemaker Challenge sparks social change and addresses challenges facing our community. Tonight's award supports innovative programs that will benefit the residents of and neighborhoods in Carroll County. There were many well-deserving applicants for this award, and we're excited to see what the future holds for these big thinkers and their bright ideas. At United Way, we provide what's needed where it's needed. We've served our community for 100 years, and we work to ensure everyone can experience the future they want on their terms. We strengthen lives and neighborhoods across Greater Baltimore, including here in Carroll County, by increasing access to basic needs. Like United Way, our Changemaker Challenge Award winner is dedicated to providing the community with valuable information, inspiration, and education. They aim to serve as a resource hub for Carroll County, offering individuals struggling with addiction the opportunity to connect with vital resources. At the heart of every thriving community is a commitment to wellness, a pledge to nurture not just the body, but hearts and minds as well, and our awardee aims to do just that. With that, I'm thrilled to announce the winner of our United Way Changemaker Challenge Award, Sober Livin'. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you very much, United Way of Central Maryland, for your participation. Congratulations, Sober Living. There's our Changemaker Award for 2025.
All right, so next up we have People's Choice. You guys chose this one, and we invite Andrea Gerhard of Rachel's Bears, last year's People's Choice winner, and to present the People's Choice Award. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Okay, here she comes.
Last year was
So how's everybody's day going?
If I could sing, there's no business like show business, but I
Right.
can't sing. Nobody
Right.
wants me to do it. So we're almost to nothing left, but the good news is the thing that's left is the big thing that's left, and that is for our eardrums to explode. But other than that, we have the grand prize, and it's time. The judges have met, they've done their deliberations, they've come to a conclusion. It's written on ink on the big check, so we're about ready to go. So now we're going to introduce and invite Mike McMullen, President of the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce, back up to the stage to present the
Grand prize.
It's time.
You got to hit the button. Technical. Oh, there it goes. Now it's on. Thank you, guys. How about a round of applause for our MCs? They did a good job. Potty Plants was so funny. I'm going to have to watch it again when I get home. I've got a copy of it. It was great. I want to thank all of you for coming. This is a great event. All the entrepreneurs, all of you who pitched today. You were all great. Obviously, we can only have one winner, but that doesn't mean, and I say this every year, Steve's like, are you going to give your same speech? Well, kind of, because it fits. It doesn't mean that you're a loser if you're not one, if you don't win. I mean, there were 40 applicants, and you can only have one person who wins the grand prize. And I have a lot of hope that every one of the 5 here are going to do really great and make us proud in the years to come. Give them all a round of applause, please. You know, I didn't pick the winner. I don't get a vote, and I'm glad about that because I'm president of the chamber. I'm supposed to love every member of the exact same, and I wouldn't feel right. But I also don't feel right being the only one to present this when we've got 4 people in the back who went over these and came up with this one. So if the people in the back who judge, could I get our panel out here with me on either side? You guys can help me to present this. I think. You coming? Yeah, here they are. Come on now. Give them a round of applause again. These guys are great. There they are. 2 on each side. 2 on each side here. All right. So here's the deal. How could I drag this out and kind of make you wonder? It doesn't happen all that often, but it's happened before, where people in the audience, you know, think the same way as the people behind the screen. So I'm happy to announce that our grand prize winner is Gilbert's Premium Jerky. Come on up here for a picture. Beef jerky for everyone. Come on up here, get in the picture. I'm not giving you the check unless you get up here. Come on, get up here. Come on, guys, this is great. You guys get in the middle. Slide on in here, guys. Slide on in here. Slide on in here. We'll get a shot. We'll get some more pictures later. That was good. We're going to take some pictures afterwards, too. He can, if he's there, he can come on up, but it may take him a while, huh? Can they catapult him over? And he's more spry than you are. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, someone's getting a picture. Let's give you guys a chance to say a word or two.
Okay. Do you want anything to say? Okay. Okay. Do you want anything to say? No. You talk. Okay. I'll make it really quick. Obviously, we would not be here if it wasn't for you guys. It's jerky. I get it. But, you know, it's funny. I've known a lot of people in my life.
Good evening.
And something 6 months ago, making one little thing in a bag has introduced me to so many people in our community who I've never met before in my entire life, and so many new friendships and new businesses, and it amazes me how much is out there, and I'm really excited about what the next 6 months are going to be and what the next 10 years are going to be. So I want to say thank you. Now, there's one last thing I want to do, and you don't say to talk for long, and I talk a lot, but I don't care. So I told myself, if I was to win, the reality is everyone here, all the other 4 contestants are like killing themselves to make their business work. And we work long hours. And it's really cool that I got a prize, but I was looking at everything and I said, some of this stuff that is offered to me may not be the best benefit for just me. It may help someone else out more. So if the other contestants want to hook up later, I want to share some of this stuff with you guys, some of these services, because I think that some of these things really matter and they can help you guys out. And I want Carroll County to thrive. So thank you.
How about you, Dad? How about you? Come on. We all want to hear.
All right. Come here. No, come here, Chris. Oh, okay. I just want to say how proud I am of Chris, and you may not know, or people who know him know, he's one of the hardest workers out here, and the company's going to do great because I know he's going to put 100% everything he's got into it, and his family too.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, another thing. No,
oh my gosh. Awesome. Turn things back over to you guys to wrap us up.
We can do that. We can do that. So, first of all, there's so many thank yous to make that I don't know we'll hit them all, but I certainly want to thank the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce for inviting me back yet again. I haven't messed up so badly that they haven't. I want to thank my co-host, Hannah, Botanigal. No tears tonight. Yeah. So, and of course, all our sponsors, the judges, the Carroll County Arts Center, Steve and his group at 127 Creative, putting on a wonderful production for us tonight. And thank you all for coming. It's so much more fun with people in a room. We did one COVID show. It wasn't fun. This is so much better. So thank you all for coming. And next year, Hannah?
Yeah, I just want to give one more shout out. Every single one of these businesses that came up here tonight, it's incredibly difficult. You're pouring your heart and soul into your business. You're trying to show everybody how much you care and want to change Carroll County. And that's no small feat. And so thank you to all the 5 contestants that came up tonight. You made a hell of a show. And I want to invite everybody back next year for the 2026 Biz Challenge. Oh, the teleprompter's wrong. It says August 3rd, 2024. It's August 13th, 2026? Yeah. All right. Cool.
But it is August.
It's August. Where? Oh, August 13th.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That is accurate. It's August 13th, 2026. We'll see you back in this room to hear another 5 incredible Carroll County businesses. Have a good night, guys.
All right, see you then.